I enjoyed it very much last year, but I think this year you kind of kick it out of the park. It's bigger, it's greater, speakers lineup is even better, so I'm totally enjoying it. Interestingly, like yesterday I found the visualization talk very, not just inspiring, but kind of making me look at visualization from a very different angle. I expected to see like pie charts and bar graphs and all of that kind of somewhat boring visualization. What I saw completely blew my mind, the way you could present data. Yeah, like this spiral that he showed for learning, like the progression of learning where you can move forward, you can have connections and jump back and forth and things like that. That was just the way I would never think of it. So my children could learn that way. I could learn that way if the data was presented or material was presented in such a forum. It was very powerful. Well, to be honest, that was the first time I tried it. I had some internal training like once. So it was as much for me to learn as to teach others. I think it generally worked. With like some prerequisite step that almost everyone followed, so it worked. And I saw the comments I got was that really helped people to kind of wrap their head around and see how to use it. But I think the trend I would say we see is that there's less and less of the boundaries or strict kind of guards between different technologies. People use a combination technologies, different technologies borrow ideas, and you rarely find a person who just knows like one language or uses one technology. So it's totally great that this whole thing kind of mashes together. I suspect it was impactful for other people because I already knew the work. I have seen the talk by Kyle Kingsbury about how to look at distributed databases. The other thing, what I heard, like a lot of feedback I got, Dharma Shukla's talk on Cosmos DB. Again, people have heard of it and some people knew, but I got many people telling me like they were completely, they didn't expect the degree of sophistication and of the offering and how service works. To me, it wasn't a surprise because I happened to know that we were almost 2 years ago at HPTS where Kyle was invited to give his talk. I was telling Dharma, you need to go see Kyle's talk because it's great. And Dharma's reply was, yeah, we run it every night as a test suite. It's the first person I heard of that proactively been running Jepsen. Exactly, so like people are open-minded, they borrow ideas, they collaborate. That's the future. There's much less kind of closed-mindedness and we'll do everything by ourselves. That doesn't scale, doesn't work, doesn't distribute well. Yeah, it's tough to look in the future, but I think we only see kind of this trend that people that come, they already have some basic ideas of the technologies they want to learn more about. So again, we see that people are learning much more variety of technologies and principles, even if they don't use them necessarily at their day job. They do like hobby projects, they just read about it. And I think that's the trend where, because of how information probably distributes, I don't know why, I can't speculate why. There is much more like fluidity of ideas and that's why there's a lot of discussions, like even like at lunch under Malaga sun, still like people sticking around and talking about, oh, we're doing it this way and we're doing that way, and from completely different companies, different technologies, because there's a lot of commonality.